for sure. Appreciate it.
Take it outside.
Go ahead.
Yep.
We lost a lot of media. 10:30.
In the UCU West Coast Conference men's semifinal, the St. Mary's Gales defeat the San Diego Toreros 69-62. With the victory, St. Mary's back to the WCC Championship for the third time in the last 4 years. They'll take on Gonzaga tomorrow at 6 p.m. on ESPN. We're joined by St. Mary's head coach Randy Bennett and student athletes Malik Fitz and Jordan Ford. Coach, as always, we'd like to begin with you. An opening statement on the win, please.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a heck of a game. Both teams, I know we played well, and San Diego's been playing well, and I thought they hit some shots tonight. We thought we could separate, got a little separation, and then they hit 2 or 3 threes. That was in the first half, and then Isaiah Wright hit a big 3 down the stretch there. But anyhow, they're a good team, really good team. And they had a couple injuries, one to Isaiah Wright, one to Olin Carter during league. I think it threw them off a little bit. But they were playing their best basketball at the end of the year. So we had some guys step up. A lot of guys made big plays for us. So it was a good team effort, and we're happy to get out of there with the win.
Thanks, Coach. We'll take questions from media members. If you have one, please raise your hand and wait for us to get a mic to you and let us know your name and affiliation before you start. We'll start with John all the way in the back.
John Krumpecker, West Coast Conference Sports. For Jordan, just looking at the stat sheet real briefly, you outscored San Diego 40-18 in the paint, in the key. It seemed like you and Tommy Kusi were penetrating all game long. Was that your strategy, and how did you accomplish such an imbalance in points in the paint?
Definitely. I think in every game, not just this game, we always like to get penetration, and me and Kuzi and Krebs and a lot of our guys, even Malik, are really good at getting in the paint and creating at the basket. So I wouldn't say that was necessarily the game plan for just today, but for every game that we have. So yeah.
Other questions for student athletes, please? John?
Yeah, for Malik, can you just give us your thoughts on playing the #1 team in the country probably about 19 and a half hours from now?
I'm pretty confident that our guys will be ready to go. We know that this game tomorrow it's a big game. It's a championship game. So I know the guys, the coaching staff, everyone is going to be 100% dialed in and ready to compete for that game. Like I said, we had them at our house. You know, we had a good start on them, and then we kind of lost our composure towards the end, like around 11-minute mark in the second half. But like I said, I'm just pretty confident, you know, that we're going to play well, and we're all excited.
Additional questions for St. Mary's, coach or student athletes? Making it easy.
See you tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks. You can text them we're ready. You can text the group that we're ready. Thank you.
Actually. What? It's not showing battery light right now. Like it's probably dead. This might be not battery. Okay. Yeah. Might take a while to walk back there like crying.
saying, but basically. Oh.
doesn't mess around. It almost comes straight from the core here. I mean, yeah, it's not quite that fast, but it's pretty quick. Yeah. Joining us now from San Diego, head coach Sam Scholl, along with student athlete Isaiah Wright. Coach, when you're ready, an opening statement from you, please.
First off, tremendous amount of credit to St. Mary's. They're an unbelievable program, championship program. They've taught us a lot, and we're trying to grow our program very much like theirs. And so I got to give them a ton of credit tonight. They showed that what a championship level program is, and I think we showed that we're on that process too, and that has a lot to do with this guy sitting next to me and those three other seniors who all bought into 3 and 4 years ago to wanting to change the way a program is perceived and the way a program feels. And they all took chances on us, Olin and Tyler, before we had ever even coached a game, and Isaiah after we won 9 games. And they decided, you know what, we want to do something special. We want to change the way a program feels. And they've accomplished that. And that's going to be their legacy, and they're going to be amazing fathers and husbands and basketball players from here on out, and will be forever indebted to them. And that's just where all the pain is, just the fact that, probability that, we're not going to get a chance to coach these 4 special young men.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take questions from media members if you have them for Coach Scholl or for Isaiah. Please raise your hand and wait for us to get a microphone over to you. We'll start with John all the way in the back.
John Crumpacker, West Coast Conference Sports. For Isaiah, just looking at the stat sheets, St. Mary's outscored your team 40-18 in the paint. How were they able to be so effective in that part of the court?
Like Coach said, they're a great program, and they do a great job of running plays for their guys, and they did a good job tonight.
Let's go to Willie here in the second row, over your right shoulder.
Coach, for you, there's an old phrase that parents learn from their children, and you seem very emotional. What did you learn about yourself and get from your players, and how close you've gotten with them?
I love that saying. I'm going to steal that. That's awesome. I mean, I've learned these guys are just a willingness to take a chance 3-4 years ago, and then put everything into it, and a complete buy-in and fight to want to make something special and leave their mark on the world. And You know, I mean, these guys are going to be guys that, 10 years from now are going to come back on campus with their, their amazing families, and we're always going to celebrate these four because, they back-to-back 20-win seasons, making a run like this, just setting an example of way and of way a program's going to come from, or approach things from here on out. And so I've just learned about heart, about fight, and about just a true servant attitude towards your teammates and just wanting to see your teammates succeed.
Adam?
For Isaiah, down the stretch, obviously you guys played 4 games in 5 days. Down the stretch, did your legs feel like they held up, or was that fatigue maybe a factor down the stretch?
We felt fine. Didn't have any factor to it. I thought our team showed great effort, and the better team won tonight.
Will, it's coming over your right shoulder.
Will Moppin, Mid-Major Madness. Coach Scholl, overall, a pretty successful year, 21-14. Do you have any plans for later on down the road this month?
I don't know. I mean, right now I'm just trying to enjoy these guys and just reflect on the tremendous fight and will that they showed this weekend, and and really just celebrate their careers, and that stuff will happen if it happens. And right now it's about celebrating 4 tremendous human beings and guys, and they're going to be awesome at everything they do in life. So that's what I'm going to reflect on now.
Last question, we'll go to John in the back.
Yes, Isaiah, winning 3 games in 3 days is quite an accomplishment. I know right now it hurts, but do you and your teammates take pride in the fact of getting as far as you did and winning 3 in 3?
I thought this weekend we showed great effort, and we had a goal, and we didn't reach that goal, but I'm proud of our guys of what we did. We had a lot of adversity this season, and I thought as a team, I couldn't be more proud of this team for this weekend. So,
San Diego, thank you.